A lot of people are here already. Hi, guys. Having major issues with lighting, I gotta say. I can't stand my lighting right now. Hello, everyone. Hi. I don't know what's wrong with this lighting. Hold on, let me see. No, not much I could do about it. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my moderators. Hello. Hello, Crystal, Sky, Just Love, Kimberly, my cupcake, Miss Benita Applebaum, Kaz D, Kimberly, Chris. The names are going so fast I can't quite say them, but hello. Hello, Joycey. Hello, Philly. Hello, London. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in this. Okay. This is something I didn't know I was going to be doing. Okay. As usual, I'm like, really? I got to do this? And I wasn't too sure. I'm like, is it the right thing? Because I was very conflicted and confused. Hi. I was so conflicted and confused whether or not to do this openly and share it with folks, I've spoken about it in the past, but I was always told by Thoth, who's the one who originally showed me about timeline collapsing when I started doing it, like, instead of just personal timelines, doing it more on the collective, and then like doing it for the whole earth and stuff. I mean, he always told me very clearly, that this is not something you share. It's not something you share with everyone. You just don't share it, or how you do it. If you do share it, you don't share it with everyone. The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding, right? That's what I kept getting from him. And it shocked me because everything's been happening between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. when it comes to Cuba, Illinois. That's cool. Hi. um, Everything's been happening between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m., right? With what's going on with me. And then when it happened today, this was the third time this in a row. Well, it didn't happen Sunday, it happened Saturday. So 3 days within a 4-day period, I kept going to this lower 4D timeline. Now, a long time ago, even before I started my ascension process, I'm talking a good 10 years ago, hello, I visited this timeline, and I would talk about it with my BFF and my younger sister, and they're like, yeah, we have that strange dream too, but we don't think it's a dream. And like, we would talk about it for years. We talk about it, and it's like, this is not a dream. It's scary. It feels so real. It feels so real. That's because it was. It is. Hey, Florida, 305. Texas, what's up? Cali, what's up? Be safe out in Cali, out west. Praying for you guys every day. Washington State, yeah, praying for you guys every day. So I always had it in the back of my head until I found out what the heck Ascension was in 2012. Poland, wow, hello Poland, Canada. So it was shocking to find out that it's not a dream. It's not a dream. And and the one thing that always made me keep in the back of my head that this can't be a dream. It has to be an interdimensional thing. It has to, hi South Africa, it has to be a timeline. Something's going on because I took physics in high school. I was taking college physics in high school. The only black girl, the only girl, and then I was the only minority on top of that. And none of the boys wanted to be my lab partner. So by the time I was in 10th grade, I was taking physics. And I remember studying the string theory. And the class I was taking also had astrophysics in it and everything, which I was fascinated by and everything. So, I knew about Neil deGrasse and Stephen Hawking. I was following them since I was a little kid. I'm talking the first time my mother got me my science encyclopedias. That was for my birthday, and I was like 8 years old because I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to go home. They didn't know I wanted to be an astronaut because I wanted to go home. I was going to hijack the ship. That was the plan that I wrote in my Pocahontas diary. Yeah, that was my plan. I was going to hijack the ship and go home. Somewhere, home. Anywhere but here, but Earth. That's where I was going. Um, so, yeah, I knew it wasn't anything normal. I knew it was something extraordinary going on. So I finally was introduced to the fact that it is all real, these are not dreams, like 3/4 of what we think are dreams are really us experiencing another timeline. So 3/4 of what you think is a dream, you're really experiencing another timeline. Okay? Let me do something about this lighting. It's really bugging me. That it's ugly. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. No, I don't like it. It's like I don't have lighting in my house. I hate lighting. I hate lights. So my kids always say, okay, guys, don't be mad at me, all right? I got to do this. Okay. All right. All right. Well, a little better. Okay. All I have is like these two little lights over my dining room table. I don't have lights in my house. Um, so, like I was saying, that when you think it's a dream, it's really you experiencing another timeline. And the way it was shown to me, and then I put it together with what I learned in physics, when I learned string theory and how the universe works, and how thought, the observer is the creator, right? How that works. It's like so much information in my head that I want to get out that I kind of almost can't say it. How it works is, the more you think about it, the more solidified it becomes. The more energy you put into it, the more solidifies. Life is but a dream. Exactly. That song means something. So the more energy you put into it, the more solidified that particular timeline, that string becomes more solidified, okay? Till it becomes the reality. That's the way it works. So therefore, that is why the earth, people on Earth, the humans, I shouldn't say the humans because they have when I think of humans, I'm thinking of souls. So the Earthians, as I like to call them, the Homo sapiens, I should say, the Homo sapiens, and we light workers, star seeds, some star seeds, light workers, we're in Homo sapien bodies, okay? So we're Homo sapiens too. So the way it works is by manipulating us to create that timeline that they want. And once we start creating that timeline, like it takes a lot of energy to create a timeline for an entire collective to end up being on it, for it to solidify, to become all our reality. So that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, many message. Yeah. So that is what they're trying to do. That's what they've been doing. I try to do. They've been doing that. But now is the time that we're here, light workers are here, for us to break that trance, to break it, which we did. We broke 3D, okay? So besides breaking 3D, and raising the vibration, because Earth, of course, is not just us doing it. Earth wants to be out of this mess, this 3D nightmare hell. So she is compensating and raising her vibrations and doing all that also, and we're there doing it. Earth is doing it for herself. We're helping Earth, but we're mostly helping, the other Homo sapiens also, okay? And the animals are doing their thing. So we're all in this together to create, solidify a high positive 4D into 5D timeline onto Earth to make her template that. Because the old template is a third dimensional template being controlled by negative fourth dimensional beings. Now, the only way for it not to be controlled by negative fourth dimensional beings is to have fifth dimensional, high fourth, positive high fourth, and fifth dimensional beings over the negative lower fourth dimension. That's the only way. That's the only way. So that is what we're doing. Now, with my experience, there's a very strong timeline string, and that is the one where it's so horrible. I hate thinking. I can't stand when I'm there, because it's not a weak timeline. It is so strong, like it has a high probability. Even though we won the war, this is a battle also that needs to be won, because many are stuck on that timeline. I have been going back and forth on that timeline. So is my younger sister and my BFF, but they dropped out. You have a choice. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be doing that. They've been going into that timeline, rescuing people, coming out of it. Many of you have been doing that. I've spoken to so many people. You guys have been going into that timeline and thinking it's a dream, and coming out, it's like, oh, why am I bruised? Why do I feel like I've been in a battle? I feel like something just choked me, because you were in that timeline. Okay? You were in it, but not of it. You're more in this one, okay, where we are right now talking, and that other timeline, it's not 100% solidified yet. They're trying very hard. They're throwing everything to the wall to try to get that, because they know they lost the war, right? But they know they could still solidify that timeline enough and get enough people hooked into it where they could still survive. Where we want to completely collapse that timeline as much as we can. Okay? So that's what this deal is. And I was taking that wretched timeline again. I was there a whole freaking night long. It was terrible. Ugh. I was there again. And I got up in the middle of it, because I was in that big room where everyone was sleeping in their beds, and my ex-husband was there too. I guess that's what made it so even worse, because like they stick people to, like, oh, if you want to be with families, that's how they stick you guys together, the way they put you. And I'm just like, why? And I'm like, why the heck is he here? And Rama, Lord Rama, who I showed you guys a picture of, Lord Rama, he is an aspect of Vishnu, one of the creator gods. He's an aspect of Vishnu. And Lord Krishna is also another aspect of Vishnu. Okay, so Rama, and here I go with the pictures every time I talk about him. He's the warrior, okay? And this is the first time he was with me, because I'm always alone, except a couple of times when Thoth was there, when he was teaching me how to collapse huge timelines. So I was like, when I asked that question, I got up and I looked around, and I'm like, I'm sick and tired of this timeline. I've been working on it for so long. When is it going to go away? And poof, he appeared. And he said, he's appeared for you before meditation. That's cool. A lot of you guys have very interesting names, and I can't say them. So yeah, so he appeared, and he said, call on me, and I will lend you my energy. So I started chanting his mantra, which I chant all the time when because I invoke an aspect of him, which is well it, this he created Hanuman, which is the monkey god, quote unquote, in the Hindu religion. So I always chant Rama's name and Sita, which is his consort, his female companion, goddess Sita. Okay, so I always chant that every time I invoke Hanuman. I chant Rama. So I chanted it, and then I did the method that Thoth taught me, and then boom, it started collapsing. And then I said to him, I said, I'm sick and tired of coming back here. It seems like, I'm not doing any work because it's feeling more and more real. I don't like that it's feeling so damn real. So, what's going on with this person that all these messages keep getting deleted? What are they saying? What's going on with toesfolkkids.com? Oh, it's just somebody trying to advertise or something. Oh, a jerk. Thank you. Okay. So when it comes soldier on, ladies. So when it comes to that timeline, I was told that yeah, that is that major timeline that they are some stupid stuff on toes. God bless you, girl. Um, that's the major timeline that these cabal people, these negative 4D beings, are trying to make happen right now. It's like they have their eyes on that one major timeline. Really, they want it real bad. And it's the one where, we're in these efficient buildings. It's the ones that everyone's crammed up and we're basically freaking back to slavery, and we're trapped in these walled cities, and like there are no plants around, and we're just slave for the billionaires. And it's very that it's very that okay, it's very Hunger Game-ish, let's put it that way. And the population is chopped down. There are concentration camps. People are being killed 24/7 for everything. And the whole Luciferian rule is the rule of law. They go around, they could kill you, they could eat you, they could rape your children, they could do whatever they want. That is the timeline. And if you try to escape, and yeah, and they also transport us back and forth to Mars. It's a really awful timeline. So that's the timeline they're trying so hard to make happen. And that timeline is again very strong. It is. It's very strong when it comes to probabilities. That's the way Thoth always explained it to me, is it's probabilities, the probability of it occurring. And it's like that's that's all I could say about it. It's just so terrible. It's just so terrible. So when I totally came out of it and I went to do my morning meditation, Rama was still with me. And he instructed me to look into my Metatron's cube that I have right above my altar. And he said, chant my name. So I did his chant, and it burst into the fractals and to the shapes, and then it started, because in the middle I started, the smoke started forming. It's like the ethers started forming, and it was the violet flame color. And then when I collapsed the timeline, it was like did the origami thing. I was like, holy crap, because I was told eventually I'll be able to do it like this. I won't have to go into a state. And then he told me to call in the soldiers. I was like, what? Tell people what I do for real, and show them? He's like, yes. And then he'll be here with us. So that's what's gonna happen. All right, y'all. So the way it's gonna work, I did tell you guys to bring your candles and stuff like that. I have my candle. And I have some oils, my oils with me, and I have my amethyst and my unk and my sandalwood. So you don't have to have all that. You could just be you. All right. Hey, Sam, what's up, girl? So you could just be you. You don't need all that stuff. Okay. But if you do, awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, like yesterday, we got to get a rig stuff. Okay. I'm going to turn you around till I get my new laptop. You're going to face the screen. Okay. Light your candles, put your oil, your incense, whatever it is you're going to do. I'm going to put you towards the screen. Okay. And then I'm going to start doing the open. I'm back. I'm back. I got completely knocked out. I'm back. Do you guys see me? You got me? Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I just went boop. Okay, we're not going to say that word. Okay, we're going to stick to what we're doing. Let's stay on topic. We're not going to say that word because, again, we're here to soldier up. Okay, this is for real. This is for real, for real. Okay? So, I'm going to explain again. Light your candles, do your oils, prepare, blah, blah. Okay? So, I'm going to put you guys towards the screen, and it's just a plain black and white, because he told me just use plain black and white Metatron's cube. And what you're going to do is you're just going to focus on the dot in the center of the Metatron's cube. Just light focus. You don't have to go like this. Just, it's a gentle gaze. Okay? It's a gentle gaze into it. Please do not try this while driving. You will go into another zone. All right? Straight up. It is a portal. So it's a gentle gaze. All right? And I'm going to start doing the chant, okay? And then while I'm doing that, while you're focusing on it, you're going to focus because, again, the observer is the controller, okay? In your mind, you're focusing on collapsing that lower 4D, wretched, Hunger Game-ish timeline. Okay? So that is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on collapsing that lower timeline, lower fourth dimensional timeline. Whatever it looks like to you. I don't care what incense you use. I have sandalwood. Sandalwood's the best one to be using, okay? So whatever you feel like doing. Okay, the main focus is that those little things aren't that important. What matters is what you're focusing on, okay? So you're focusing a gentle gaze into the center, and when I tell you to repeat certain things, you repeat certain things, okay? But I'm going to start with the chanting, and you're just going to do a gentle gaze, and you're focusing on that timeline and collapsing it, knowing that you want to get rid of it, that its time has come to an end. Okay? So that is what we're doing. All right? We're bringing this garbage to an end. Because we're weakening it. Because the weaker it is, the less people have access to it. Here's the whole thing. Remember, we're vibrating higher. The higher supersedes the lower, all right? The majority of the muggles, all right, the unawakened ones, their vibration is a lot lower than us. So therefore, we have more control over this. And also those negative 4D beings are vibrating lower than us. The higher supersedes the lower. Okay? Understand? Okay. So I'm going to just light up my candle. All right? I'm going to have my Florida water to clean the air. I always do my feet. Oh, I just saw something just spark right out of my candle. All right, I'm going to always bless myself with my oil, which I have all my favorite crystals in. Okay, have that. And I have my Holy Spirit oil that I had made for last time. And I anoint the top of my head with that. Okay. I'm not going to answer questions while doing this, okay? Because I need to focus to get this party started. Okay. And anoint my Ankh. The light of love surrounds us. The light of love enfolds us. The power of love protects us. The presence of love watches over us. Wherever we are, love is, and all is well. Source, Creator, Father, Mother, God, we are here, we are open, and we are ready. We stand as one in the body of the Christ light, in the power, with the power of the Holy Spirit, in Yeshua's name. So mote it be. And we are here, we are open, we are ready to serve for the highest good of all. Archangel Michael, watch over us in this process. Draw your blue flame sword. Archangel Michael above us, Archangel Michael below us, Archangel Michael before us, behind us, to our left and to our right. Archangel Michael all around us. And I call in pyramid of protection, placed around myself, placed around all who are here, placed around all of us. An impenetrable pyramid of protection. And Archangel Michael standing guard. As we travel into this lower timeline to bring an end to this suffering, to bring an end to this illusion, to allow the higher to come forth. Blessed be. Okay. So, let's get you guys focused on, let me move things around. I'll move things around. Really? Come on now. Okay. Here we go. I won't burn myself. Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to see what you guys are saying or anything, okay? So I hope to God that I don't lose contact or anything. Let me put it like this. That way, I want to make sure I don't drop or anything like that. No shenanigans are going on, you know. Let me see. Is this better? There we go. How's that? Is that good? Anyone still there? Oh, there you guys are. Okay. Is that good, guys? Good? Perfect? Awesome. Okay. That's where you're focused. That's your focus, okay? That is your focus. Soft focus. Okay. Awesome. And you could just place your hands over your heart. All right. Or if you have your crystal, you could put one hand over your heart and the other hand holding your crystal. All right. One hand over your heart, one hand holding your crystal if you have a crystal. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have my crystal in one hand. All right. So I'm just going to put Rama right there to assist us. But remember, just focus in the middle. Okay, here we go. Gaze in the middle. Keep your gaze soft. Shri Mula Ramo Vijayate. Dikshivaya Ramo Vijayate. Shri Jaya Ramo Vijayate. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo Vijayate Swaha. Shri Mula Ramo Vijayate. Dikshivaya Ramo Vijayate. Shri Jaya Ramo Vijayate. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo Vijayate Swaha. Shri Mula Ramo Vijayate. Dikshivaya Ramo Vijayate. Shri Jaya Ramo Vijayate. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo. Shiva Ramo Vijayate Swaha. Lord Rama, we call upon you now to assist us in collapsing this lower fourth dimensional timeline, which is meant to imprison us on earth, in lower earth. Thank you, great Rama, for your assistance. Now you're going to repeat this after me, okay? Because what we're doing, keep gazing into the center. What we're doing, and this is how Thoth taught me how to collapse the timeline, is we're calling back our energy and we're calling back our light. And we're going to say that 17 times, okay? So just repeat after me. Keep your hands on your heart. And hold your crystal, okay? Here we go, and look into the center. And don't be nervous with what you see, okay? Just keep it going. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. And I collapse this lower fourth dimensional prison timeline now. And I collapse this lower fourth dimensional prison timeline now. And I collapse this lower fourth dimensional prison timeline now. Just keep focusing and meditating in the center. So mote it be. Thank you, Rama, for your assistance. Thank you. Hi, that's it. It really is that. That is actually it. That's it. That's it. So what did you guys experience? What did you guys see? So what did you guys see while doing that? Yeah, the different patterns. Yeah. You felt the lines were disappearing. Uh-huh. The shapes. Oh, sharp pains in your ear. Yeah, I get the sharp pains in my ear too while doing it. Violet smoke. Timeline disappeared. Yeah. Blurry vision. Very, yeah. All that happened. Now, by the way, here's the warning. Maybe I should have told you guys the warning first. Okay. But, if you're here, if you've been rolling and riding with me for this long, for a year now, I think you can handle this. Funnels, yes. So, what's going to happen now that you've done this? The universe takes it as a calling card that you're ready to do it some more. So don't be surprised. Yes, the cube kept morphing. That's what happens. It morphs. For me, it's like more dramatic. It's like, but the more you do it, the more dramatic, quote unquote, it will be. Okay? So it's the first time you guys did it. Some of you, I don't know if you do it on your own, but yeah. It's going to happen more, especially when you think you're asleep and you go and you're visiting those timelines. You could do that. And here's the way I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do when I'm in that other realm, and even this morning when I was doing it with the Metatron's cube. And this is how Thoth taught me. Okay, I always say I go like I use my hands. I go like this because I literally physically feel my energy coming back when I do it. I say I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light. I call back my energy. I call back my light, and I collapse this timeline now. And I go like this. And once I do that, that is when everything goes whoosh, into fractals and then collapse like origami. And I see all the different, it explodes into like fractals, then it changes into geometric shapes, and then it folds in all its colors everywhere, and it folds into the different origami, and then poof, and I'm either back here or I'm in another timeline, and I have to do the same thing all over again. The first time Thoth did that to me at my mom's house, it was oh my god, it was a lot. It was a lot. I collapsed 6 timelines in one night. And between each and every one, because he was taking me galactically, he took me along with him. What a trip that was. I was told to lock the door, lock the bedroom door. And my body went into convulsions because I was wide awake like I'm talking to you. And I could still see my mom's entire house, my body through there. But I was with him off somewhere, God knows where. Okay? And I'm collapsing these timelines, and I'm still looking back there. And as the minute I collapse that timeline, and I'm going between that timeline I just collapsed, we just collapsed, into another timeline to collapse, my body is convulsing like, and I think it was like the second timeline collapse. It was so severe, I fell off the bed. That's how it was. I fell off the freaking bed. Your head's kind of throbbing? Yes. That does happen. Your head will throb, especially the top, like my head right now. I'm just so used to it. It's like, whatever. Yeah. Throbbing in the third eye. Yeah, all that happens. Yeah. All that would happen. Yeah, it'll get more and more intense, and then you'll just get used to it where you just ignore it like me. But, I mean, sometimes the convulsing in between timelines when it's really intense, I honestly, I didn't think I was going to come back. I really didn't. Yeah, dizziness is absolutely normal. Yes, normal for us. Palpitations, yes, all of that's normal. You were just you were bilocated just now. Okay, you were just bilocated. Welcome to my life, y'all. Welcome to my life. Like I said, it's like yesterday when I was doing the Q video, it's like we're in the fringe, okay? And in the fringe, you have, people who could easily, in the fringe, it's acceptable to talk about different conspiracies. It's acceptable to talk about aliens and, seeing lizard people and stuff. But it's like, I literally feel I'm in the fringe of the fringe of the fringe. Honestly, I feel like I'm in the fringe of the fringe. It's like not even the nerds in school would talk to me, because I'm just that different. And what I'm talking about, what I just introduced you guys to, is like almost is so off the rails. Not even a guy who's saying my next door neighbor is a lizard man is going to believe what I'm saying, you know, because again, we're all and I tried talking to somebody else who was a light worker. She wanted to know what it was all about because she couldn't understand it. She's like, you know what? This is beyond me. My younger sister's a light worker. She said, you know what? This is beyond me. I can't even comprehend. And I have a couple of friends who are high level light workers, and they're like, whoa, that's like over my head. So I hope some of you understand, and some of you get it. And we did something really awesome just now. I know it was like 5 minutes, but it literally is that quick. It literally is that quick. So, yeah, welcome to the whole timeline collapsing thing. You guys been timeline jumping. A lot of you been doing that. You just kept thinking it was dreaming. All those people you were rescuing, you were working. Yes. Light warrior, reflection. Yes. Hello, light warriors. Yes. You were being a warrior. You're being a foot soldier. Okay? So you were actually doing that. It's all for real. Welcome to the real world. That's how come, I look at stuff and I'm just like, if only, I see people walking around so aimlessly, so clueless. I'm like, oh, if only you knew. If only you knew what the real world is really, really like. It's best you don't know. Do you need to keep collapsing timelines? If you're brought to it, if you're waking up in it, now you know what to do. If you have the eyes, if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, it's up to you. Okay? If you feel you have the strength to collapse that timeline, because it takes strength, like I said, my whole body was convulsing from 10 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So, will the normies ever get us? Here's the danger of things. Eventually, because things are going to be so exposed and so coming forth, and they're going to be waking up, the danger is not being seen as like, oh God, not falling into the ego trap, not allowing people to put you on that crazy pedestal. I can't stand people, try to do that with me. It's automatic. No, I cut you off. No, 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 no. I'm not here to be, that's why I say I'm nobody's guru, because, gurus, a lot of people sit there and worship them and they're like untouchable and stuff. No, that's why Jesus went out into the slums. That's why Yeshua was out in the slums, walking amongst the people. He wasn't looking for anybody to build a temple for him. Okay? So that's the whole deal, to not get involved, not get sucked up into that as it comes out, who and what we are and our abilities and things like that. To not get sucked into it. Because many people do. Many people do. Yeah, and also, I want to bring up the Q thing because that is a trap that I'm like, leaning back and really hoping that people stop falling into it because they're unawakened. They think they're awakened just by seeing, the craziness going on, and then understanding, yes, it's satanic, and some people really believe in that or really following the satanic thing. They think that's it. But the true test comes. He's going to be the true test for everyone. Not to see the whole Q collective, not take Q and make it into a savior, because once you do that, that is when those lower beings, this is what I was shown. This is what I was shown, which I was like, ooh, this is dangerous, okay? Those lower fourth dimensional beings, they're smart. Yeah, they make stupid moves. Those of us, we could see, because it's the narcissistic spirit. And the narcissistic spirit has such a pattern. And once you catch on to that pattern, you watch them eat themselves alive, basically. It's like, God, you're stupid. That's why Q constantly keeps saying these people are stupid, because they keep repeating the same patterns over and over. They're not creators. That's why they need our light to create. They cannot create. They only can imitate. And they're poor imitations once you catch on. Okay? So, what a possibility that's going to happen to a lot of people is that they're going to they're going to make Q something it's not, which they already are. They're going to make Q even more of something it's not, and then they're going to be easily tricked when somebody from the negative 4D comes out and claims, hey, I'm Q. I saved the world. Worship me. That's the false light. That's the false savior. It's the first time I'm letting this out. Do you guys get what I'm talking about? That is where that false savior is going to come out of. Because they're going to be easily could say, I was part of Q. I helped this happen. And here's the thing with Q. Q, the collective Q, what is going on is that it is creating an opportunity for us. An opportunity for us to create that higher timeline. And exactly, the Antichrist. Yes. That is where the Antichrist can step out of. By co-opting the Q movement. By totally co-opting the Q movement. That is what the mirror thing is also. This is what they're all about. They're imitators. They're imitators. Okay? They're not originators. They're imitators. Yes, Q for question everything. Thank you. That's a good one. They're imitators. They're not originators. So, like you see, they take everything good and they bastardize it. You could make anything good into something awful. You can bastardize and just fuck up everything, which is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to get enough people who are still in that dualistic way of thinking, who are still like, oh, Q is a good... is a good Christian, Republican, conservative, blah, blah. That is what Q is. And that's why they're going after the Democrats and the liberals. That's like 3/4 of those people who follow Q. They're all going to fall like freaking suckers for that Antichrist. The very ones that call themselves Christians, the very ones, because they're so clinging to that Bible, they're going to be the very ones who are going to easily fall for it. They're going to be the very ones to fall for it. Yes, the false prophet. Exactly. Beware of the false prophet. That is where the false prophet's going to come out of. And it's not the Q Collective's fault. Okay? The Q Collective is there to create the opportunity for us to rise. And we have to take that opportunity Russell Brand, you think? You know, when I used to have Twitter, he was like one of my first followers because I used to chat with him on his Twitter until I got rid of my Twitter account. Um, yeah, so that false prophet could step through and claim the face of Q. And like I said before, Q is not Donald Trump. Q is not the military. They're involved in it. Q is a collective. Okay, Q is like it's almost like a spirit. It involves all these higher beings also. But you know, the prime objective is they can't necessarily come down here and be like, okay, here's your new government, here's this, here's that. You know, we're the ones really doing this work. We're the ones who call this energy forth. Basically, we want it. We want our freedom. Earth wants its freedom. The clarion call was put out. So Earth wants its freedom. But in that, those dark beings, they're opportunistic and they will take the opportunity to manipulate and see enough suckers out there that are going to fall for it. They're going to fall for the false prophet. So that is what we have to be very leery about. And, you know, when I saw that, you know, Q plan to save the world, I was like, oh, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. That's the beginning of the whole false prophet thing. I was like, they are co-opting already. They're branding it. So that's, you know, be leery of that. Keep that, you know, if this resonates with you at all, keep that in the back of your head. So when things start busting open more and more and more, that, you know, you're able to help your loved ones understand and not fall into that trap of the false prophet. Okay? So just be leery of that. Keep that in the back of your head. I just wanna make that known. The hype behind JFK Jr., you know, I know Q keeps saying JFK Jr. is dead. JFK Jr. is dead. So who knows? Maybe maybe that's their trick up their sleeve. The false light that they're gonna try to bring somebody like him up and act like it's him so they could sucker people in. You know what I mean? And he'll be the false prophet. Again, I don't know. I don't care because I already know I know what's down, you know. I know the jig is up, you know, for me. So I'm just putting it out there so you guys could be aware of it also. That's it. You know, I just want to put it out there so you guys could be aware also and not fall for it hook, line, and sinker and understand what the Q Collective is and the objective of what Q is doing. Clones, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And if you want to do it on your own, you know, if I don't know. Okay. I don't know if it's going to work for you to do this on your own, since, you know, this is your first time doing it. I've been doing this for years, and this morning was the first time I was able to do it in this state and not be in that ethereal state, in that timeline, that I was able to project into that timeline in that manner. So you guys could try it, you know, and see if it works for you. Maybe this is maybe because we're in that time. I've been talking about this since last month, that, you know, this portal of time we're in, with these portals being wide open, that opened up the stargates, because it was like an unlocking with the July 2nd solar eclipse and the July 16th lunar eclipse. It was like, and it was like this opening, unlocking directly into the galactic center, the galactic sun, where I see the energy streaming through from those two stargates onto Earth. So that's what I keep seeing. Okay. So maybe because of that, this is wide open, and we're all going to, and all of us who are ready for it and who are called to do it, or can do it this way too. So we'll see. And I was told very clearly, like, today, the 23rd, is a special day. To when I woke up, like yesterday, it kept coming up to me, the 23rd. And then today it was like, oh, so this is what it's about. It's like this full opening of this portal where we could just reach in and do it this way without having to, I can't stand being physically there, without being physically on that timeline, because it is draining, yo. If you guys traveled, you know how incredibly draining it is. Okay? So I appreciate you moderators for being on the ball. I see there's a lot of knuckleheads out there tonight, huh? Jeez. Thank you for being on the ball. Thank you everybody for being here. Again, my website is higherrealmholistics.com if you're interested in sessions. Sunday, I'm having my webinar, my Higher Realm Magic webinar for all you high priests and priestesses and wizards out there to call in, to give the clarion call and say, hey, I'm ready for your soulmate to come in, okay? So we're going to be doing that on Sunday, and no, it's not a mistake, Sunday, because that's the days I pick to do really positive spells. Saturdays, I always reserve Saturdays for especially with the Saturn. I use Saturn energy to do shadow work. Okay, so that's why it's Sunday. And anything mental I always do on Tuesdays with Mercury energy. Okay, so that's coming up. And if you're interested in my t-shirts or autographed copy of my books, you can go to my website, higherrealmholistic.com. All right, guys, if you missed it, catch it on the replay. All right, thank you so much for being here. We had a good turnout. Let's see where it goes from here. All right, we did our part, and we just surrender it with love, and that's it. Okay. So don't blame me. Don't blame me if you start traveling, timeline jumping like crazy, all right? Make it back safely. All right, make it back safely. All right, that's it. Peace. Love you guys. Appreciate it. I'm so happy I'm able to share information with so many people and it resonates. Okay, so I'll see you guys. See you guys later. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great night. Peace. We got this. We got the victory. Bye.